All right, this is the Bose SoundLink Flex. It's a portable Bluetooth speaker. I'll show you kind of all the details about it. Maybe one thing I wish was a little different about it. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first off, they make this in a variety of different colors. This is the lilac one, and they make a bunch of different versions of it in terms of color and whatnot. This is for outdoor use, which is wonderful. So it is put in a casing that is waterproof and is made for outdoor use. And I can attest to that. I typically use this down by our pool. And so it has a casing that seems to overall resist dirt. You can see a little bit of dirt on it, but it just doesn't seem to get dirty very quickly. I will say one time it was by our jacuzzi and the kids spilled a ton of water on it. And I was like, well, we'll see how this waterproof works. And it does. It worked out fine. It's in good condition, hasn't shown any ill report from it. Very, very simple. This is one of the things I love about it. It's very, very simple to connect. Once you hook up the Bluetooth settings to your phone or your wireless device, you can really, all you have to do is press this button and it does tend to auto connect. You know, some Bluetooth devices, they don't auto connect or they don't do it very consistently. This one consistently does auto connect, and it will show you that it's connected via this Bluetooth light. And then basically you can adjust the sound up and down here on the device. You can also adjust it up and down on your phone. So what I do is I kind of get this locked in at about the middle setting, and then I adjust the volume per song or per occasion on my phone. I find that gets the best sound because you're kind of optimizing for the Bluetooth speaker, the Bose speaker being at the middle sound range, which allows it to not over exceed the speaker capacity. And then if you want to raise or lower the volume, I do it on my phone. It also makes it a lot easier because you don't have to walk over to the Bose device to do that. A couple other features about it, and then maybe one thing that I wish was a little bit different. I mentioned this is waterproof, so it's basically IP67, which I do know from having looked into these is one of the higher ratings you can have. It does resist corrosion and UV light. I can attest to that just because this has been out all summer and still looks in good condition, hasn't really faded much. It does have this Position IQ technology. And that kind of basically, I don't really understand how it works, but it takes into consideration your positioning of the device and then maximizes the sound quality. Most of the speakers are here on the front side, and then there is a bank of speakers here on the back side. When you look and you can kind of see like really the opening is only about here. So there's some sort of speaker here. It does produce sound at the back side. I like to lean this up against something like maybe a wall or up against the edge of like a tree or something when it's being used outdoors, and then it kind of helps amplify the sound back towards where you're going. Very loud. I will tell you that we use this at all of our pool parties, and it can make our entire backyard full of noise to the point where it's, if I wanted to crank it up all the way, the sound still sounds very good, has good bass, does have some treble to it, and it's high enough in volume that I'm like looking around going, well, this is too loud for the neighbors. So it sounds good at a high volume, but and also produces a high volume sound. So overall, the one thing I wish was a little different about it, the only thing is that I wish the Bluetooth range was a little bit better. It does start to disconnect when I have my phone in my pocket and I walk back into the house, and then people at the pool are like, hey, what happened to the music? And I was like, oh yeah, sorry about that. So I wish that it had better Bluetooth connectivity, but it's not like it has poor Bluetooth connectivity. I wish it was a bit extended. That's the only downside for me. Overall, highly recommend, and looking forward to a second summer of use for this by our pool.